Greetings and welcome to Success Formula Show. I am Muhammad Yusuf, host of Success Formula Show. Today we have a very amazing personality with us. He is a founder, CEO, specializing in Salesforce optimization and adoption. He works with individuals, executives, and companies to implement solutions that allow people to produce results by bridging the gap between people and technology. He is also a Salesforce consultant and training expert. Give me a warm welcome to our today's guest, Dominic. Carubba. Welcome, Dominic.
Hey, thanks a lot, Yusuf. It's good to hear from you today.
Wonderful. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who were you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
It literally started back in the early 1990s. We had a opportunity to set up a sales team in the telephone business for the local Bell company at the time. And we needed a computer. A friend had one for sale. We went and picked up, it's an old XT machine, like the original. And we actually had two computers we bought from him. One was an 8088 and the other was an XT. And the XT had a program on it called Q&A. It was a database. And my business partner was a little older than me. He knew nothing about computers. I had had a class in the Army the summer before. And so I became the computer guy for the office. I discovered that program and reverse engineered what was there in order to customize it for our database. And really, I've been the go-to technical guy ever since for the sales team. And one thing led to another. I built IVR software for our business. I built out the network for our office. I had a telemarketing company. So I just kept getting more and more into technology. So I got into telephony and the database. And at some point in 99, I sold my phone company and just started doing the training piece of that I was doing in my business. And I trained in 99, I started training all different kinds of CRM. And of course, Salesforce was a nobody, a nothing in 99. It was like everybody else that was just starting out in the cloud. So I didn't hear much from them until about 2008. And they started showing up on more projects. And I did my first Salesforce training project in 2008 and found it easy and loved it. And since 8 years later, that's all I ever did was Salesforce training projects. So from 2015 on, I've been 100% Salesforce. And the more I do, the more I learn, the more I learn, the more I do. And it's been a progression because what I'm really committed to do is helping businesses succeed. And it just so happens that in order to succeed, you got to run your business on some type of software platform. And I've used a lot of them. And the one that I found to be the most sturdy is Salesforce. The one CRM that no one can outgrow is Salesforce. There's nobody that has bigger customers than Salesforce. So I decided I might as well go with this ship because it can handle a solopreneur to the largest global organizations of the world that sit on Salesforce. That's what led me here.
Everybody is getting benefits from Salesforce. It is exactly a Salesforce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is.
Okay, what are your top 3 success secrets which others can get as a cheat sheet and implement right now in their business?
I will tell you 3 things that to be successful in business, you have to remember the first rule of business, and that is to stay in business. In my past, I've gone out of business twice of the ventures that I've had that are successful. 2 of them, I lost $1 million twice in a 5-year period of time. There's different reasons why that happened. The main reason was I did not pay attention to the most important aspects of the business, which is you have to stay in business. You have to spend less than you earn. Fundamental principle, right? Learned that the hard way. Number 2, the second success I learned as an entrepreneur in business was at that time, my first phone company, I had 28 people working for me. And most of them were $10 an hour people. You get what you pay for in business. And you have to be careful of saving money when it actually costs you money. The third thing was, if something isn't working, do something else. That's it. It's just like relationships. You don't have to stay in one that doesn't work. You literally just have to do what works. Say no to all the things that are not going to work. I tell them, Salesforce is not going to save your business. It's going to bring clarity to the decisions that are killing your business if you'll only pay attention to it. If you don't pay attention to the people that are producing and those that are not, and get rid of the ones that don't produce and hire somebody that gets the job done, you're not going to make it. I see so many times people keep the wrong people on the bus, and you got to get them off the bus.
Exactly. You have to learn your people, who is producing results and who is not producing results. Okay. Dominic, what is your single most failure in your professional life? What lesson have you learned and how did you recover from it?
So the phone company in 99, I invested a lot of money to take my phone company to the next level, lost a lot of money, but that wasn't my biggest failure. Just a few years later, in 2001, I had recovered from my losses in 99. And in just 2 years, I'd paid off $500,000 in debt from the business. I'd lost all the money I'd lost in the meantime. It's totaled up to about $1.5 million or so. And so I started buying houses with the guidance of a friend, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I bought 5 houses from July of 2001 to November of 2001. And if you remember anything about history, right in the middle of that was September 11th, 2001, the attack on the Twin Towers. And I didn't realize it, but I'd gotten in over my head. So greed was the #1 reason I lost money the second time. I was too aggressive, too much positive thinking. I was too confident without the evidence. And Yusuf, I entered a business that a friend told me I could do, but I bought 5 houses. I'd never been in the real estate. I'd never done rehabs on remodeling houses. I never handled all the finance I had to deal with. I never was a landlord before. And I never managed all these projects all at one time. And it became overwhelming because my friend left. Once he got his commission on all the houses he helped me buy, he left. I was figuring out too many things at once. That was my big lesson.
Wonderful. You have an amazing story, and you cannot run everything by your own. You need your team, and without any experience, without analyzing things, you have purchased 5 houses and lost everything. Okay. Okay. What are your immediate plans to grow your business?
My immediate plans right now are to have conversations with sales leaders to discover if they want to invest in the training and development of their internal operational users of Salesforce so that we can help them grow their business.
Okay. Okay. What challenges are you facing right now in your business?
The biggest challenge I'm facing is my own ability to delegate to others the things that I can do, but do not provide the most value for me to do. So letting go and letting others do things that they won't get done as well as me.
Who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is the CEO or sales executive that is working directly with sales, the sales team, the sales process, the sales accountable, whoever's accountable for sales in an organization. I work with them in order to design and implement the best structure for their sales, like that is setting up their sales force in a way that's as easy for the salesperson as possible and as clear to all those watching about what is getting done and what it means to their business, and that they can use the tool to find the areas where they can improve, adjust, develop, and really build the sales machine and build it both in their mind and in the database. So it's bringing the sales and the technology together to provide clarity, commitment, and inspection throughout the entire organization as it relates to sales, and doing that with data. So telling better sales stories through data.
Dominic, people who are watching this right now, how can they support you?
If you have a question about Salesforce, if you have a question about sales, if you are getting direction from your sales leader that sounds do more, do better, do faster, but not what to do, just those kind of instructions that don't really tell you what you should be doing next, then you're probably getting direction from a person who hasn't actually been in your shoes the way that you're doing your business, right? So there's been a disconnect between sales leads and their relationship to data is weak. And so they don't really know how to tell what makes a good system in a digital age. Reach out, maybe we can have a conversation about it. And maybe you're on Salesforce, maybe you're not. I prefer you to be on Salesforce because it means you have a bigger budget. But I know, I can help you with that harmonizing your sales and your technology.
Okay, Dominic, what would you say as a final word?
I'm saying there's no greater joy than serving another human what they need to get what you need. And that mindset has been what has propelled the world to greatness. There's plenty for everybody, that there's the right fit. You don't have to try to fit square pegs into round holes. You have to get better at finding round pegs. So find the round peg and stop and identify the square pegs quicker so that you only spend time with the people who like your music. Like any band, right? You don't change your music for the crowd. You keep playing your music until you build a crowd. So just keep doing that. We don't have to be in a bad relationship. There's too many good relationship possibilities out there.
Exactly. Thank you, Dominic, for sharing your
Thanks,
wisdom
Mohammed.
with us. On the behalf of Integrated Success Formula and my entire team, stay blessed. Have a good day.
Thanks.